when you have amnesia for names. A really awkward thing happened to me once, and it didn't happen online, but in a regular store. This wasn't a case of technology failing me, but a case of my own memory failing. It was Saturday morning. I was standing in the store choosing which milk to buy when I suddenly saw an acquaintance. It was my colleague, Mark. We had worked together for 3 years. Our desks were next to each other. I knew a lot about him, his wife's name, that his daughter took dance lessons, and even that his dog loved chasing balls. He noticed me and waved happily. "Hey! What a coincidence," he shouted across the dairy aisle. And then my memory played a cruel trick on me. I suddenly completely forgot his name. It was as if someone had erased his name from my head. I knew he was my colleague, whom I worked with daily, but I couldn't remember his name. I smiled, but the smile was strained. "Hey. Yeah, unexpected meeting," I said, and my voice somehow became higher-pitched. So, I started speaking very carefully, trying not to use his name. I asked things like, "How's life?" while gesturing with my hands. "How's the family?" hoping he wouldn't notice I was avoiding saying his name. I called him buddy and mate, while a single thought was spinning in my head: his name is Mark. "You've known him for 3 years. You talked to him yesterday." Our conversation lasted only about 5 minutes, but it felt like a whole hour had passed. We talked about work, the weather, weekend plans. And the whole time, I was trying to avoid the fact that I couldn't remember his name. When he finally said, "All right, I won't keep you," I felt enormous relief. But then he added, "See you on Monday," my name. He used my name. So simply and naturally. And I couldn't remember his name, and I felt very ashamed. But the worst part was yet to come. Later, I told another colleague about my memory lapse. "You mean Mike? From accounting?" he asked. It turned out that in my confusion, I had not only forgotten my colleague's real name but had also started calling him by a completely different name. Since then, a joke started at work about Mike from accounting, even though his real name was Mark. Now I keep a special list where I write down all my colleagues' names, and I review it every day. Because sometimes the simplest conversations can turn into a real test when you forget something as basic as the name of a person you've known for many years.